Hi everyone, this is the self-awareness exercise for the week of May 18th, or when you see it and it resonates with you. For those of you who are new, this is a self-awareness exercise that has a contemplation concept, an energy that you're being asked to embody, and also a very, very specific act that you take out and work and apply in your life in whatever way seems appropriate at the time. So the concept that we're being asked to contemplate is patterns. If you want to take a screenshot so you have it as a reference, there it is. Yep, there it is. Patterns. Stepping back from a design, a tapestry, for example, allows for a different perspective. You can see how sections fit together, how one part builds on another, how specific threads are constant or recurring, are part of the supporting theme or part of momentary adornment. In the same way, we can stand back and see the weaves of our lives. By looking back at the big picture, we can see the main threads, the emotional themes, the beliefs and behaviors that give rise to momentary events, the repetition of which create the basic pattern and emotional atmosphere. So you're being asked to consider, as you're going through your week, what do you notice might come up about patterns that you have engaged in your life, consciously or unconsciously? They may be unconscious until this week when you start reflecting on them. And also perhaps the patterns that you see around you and other people. Now, the energy you're being asked to embrace is very interesting, especially when I'll show you the exercise card, and it is humility. There is more at work than just you. As you go through your day, remember that there are other influences which may know better. No matter what you know, think, or what you're planning to do, remain open to the idea that there's a wisdom beyond yours, and stay open to the input. Okay. Now, the last card that you're being asked to take out and apply in any way that you can, it is choose kindness. And I find this particularly interesting when you are looking at it in terms of humility and also any patterns that you have. So let's read it. Choose kind. Today, whenever you have a choice between being right or being kind, choose kind. Under the subject of right, you could also include domineering, sarcastic, smarter than, superior, stronger, witty at someone's expense, or offended. That's interesting, isn't it? Okay, so do you notice any patterns around any of those behaviors or attitudes that you might carry with you? I can think of a couple, and when I look at how they show up in my life, it's always a surprise to me. But there's always that quality of they should have known better, and that goes right back to what I used to hear in my childhood a lot. So I can see where the pattern started, and I can see when it shows up in my life. And there are certain qualities of insecurity that will usually precede that kind of an attitude. And the thing is, when I notice it in myself, I'm really uncomfortable with it. But it's only by noticing it and by letting myself feel the discomfort of that I can actually choose to address that pattern. So I address it by noticing the feeling. I identify what the triggers are for me emotionally. And then what I can do is I can notice that pattern and see where it shows up in the week. So in my case, I'm choosing to identify one specific thing that jumps out at me. And I'm deciding in that moment, isn't that wonderful when you're thinking about choosing kind? Doesn't that go along with humility? You don't always know everything. So just when you might think it's appropriate to say, well, they should have known better. Yeah, well, maybe they shouldn't because they never had the opportunity to XYZ. It's just one example. But what I feel really beautiful about this is within the quality of humility, what it's really saying is it's not putting you down saying, well, there's somebody or something that knows better. It's a support where you can actually embrace it and say, thank goodness, there is more than just my opinion. And I can let up on any of these contracted behaviors that are generally around fear, because there is more than just this. There is a wisdom beyond mine, and I can trust it. which allows me then not to be those things, which allows me to just be kind. Okay? I'm going to leave you. And also, but I just heard something, and that is also check the patterns around being kind in a way that is disempowering for you. Check in with that pattern too. Okay? Look at that. Very interesting. What is your definition of kind? What is your pattern around being kind? Are you kind to the degree that it is at your own best interest? Do you think that's noble? Do you think that's good? So it's really checking into all of that. It's quite interesting. And I hope you have a lot of fun with it. Take care. And I'll be in touch soon with an upcoming event. Take care.